Please, sir. I want some more.
What?
Please, sir. I want some more.
More?
What is up, guys? Tyson Dela Cruz here. Thank you so much for rocking with me. Kamala Harris, Harris-Walz, they are panicking. They are having a mental breakdown. It was insane. The entire internet, the entire intro web is buzzing from the Donald Trump, Elon Musk interview on X. It was crazy. Shout out to everybody that watched it live with me at the watch party. Kudos to you guys. Mad respect. I love you guys. Love the comments. Keep the comments coming. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe. And if you want to watch it, I'll place it in the description below, and it's time-stamped. There was a crazy a DDoS attack on Twitter where it was a cyber attack. Their whole system went down. The interview was delayed for 45 minutes. I'll get into that, but I want to get into Harris-Walz campaign. They are having a panic attack. Give me a second. All right, boom, here we go. All right. So, can I make this bigger? That's about as big as it's going to get. Oh, man. Anyways, Harris and Walz are panicking. They had sent out this this email or this tweet on this X on X. Harris-Walz, right now, Elon Musk is interviewing Donald Trump live on Twitter. We're not calling it X. We're not calling it X. It's not enough that Musk pledged to donate millions of dollars to help reelect Trump. He's now using his purchase platform, one of the largest social media sites in the world, to spread Trump's unhinged and hateful agenda to millions of users. Everybody who watched and who listened to the interview, was it hatred? No. Was it unhinged? No, it wasn't. You're unhinged. If that's all you need to hear, chip in $25. Here, I'm going to say it. Chip in $25 now to help Kamala and Tim have the resources to respond to their lies. Otherwise, let's remind you why this is a big deal. The richest person in the world is a lackey for Team MAGA. Musk already ruined Twitter by allowing hate speech and disinformation to flood the platform. Now Musk is using his vast fortune and broad reach to try to control our democracy. What do you guys think about that? Drop your comments down below. Let me know what you're thinking about that. Like, what? This is what they posted during the interview. Kamala Harris is Kamala Harris is like one of those. This is a comment, by the way. Kamala Harris is one of those overweight people in at the NFL game that is screaming at the players how she could do so much better while sitting in the stands. I'm sorry. I got to read again. Kamala Harris is like one of those overweight people at the NFL games that's screaming at the players how she could do so much better while sitting in the stands. This is another statement from Harris's team. This is a statement on this is a statement from Harris-Walz's team. Statement on Donald Trump's interview with Elon Musk. Donald Trump Donald Trump's extremist and dangerous Project 2025 agenda, which we all know that it's a massive document. There's things in there that he agrees with. There's things in there that he doesn't agree with. And he's, he wasn't the creator of this agenda, quote unquote, is a feature, not a glitch of his campaign, which is on full display for those unlucky enough to listen tonight during whatever that was on X.com. Trump's entire campaign is in service of people like Elon Musk and himself. Self-obsessed rich guys who sell out the middle class and who cannot run a live stream in the year 2024. Bro, they had the largest live stream, and it was unfortunate that it was delayed for 45 minutes because of a DDoS attack. The interview with Elon Musk and Donald Trump had about a 45-minute delay because of a DDoS attack, which overwhelmed the system's platform's bandwidth and hindered the initial broadcast. Once technical issues were resolved, the interview proceeded. Now, what Kamala Harris and Walz are saying here, Trump's entire campaign is to service people like Elon Musk and himself, self-obsessed rich guys who sell out to the middle class and cannot run a live stream in 2024. When Kamala Harris, when did you talk to the press? When have you talked to the press? JD Vance went on Sunday and he scorched the media. He scorched folks. They were asking him hard, tough questions. They're going into the lion's den, and you haven't even stepped into the puppy pound. So what are you talking about? You do a live stream. I want to see Kamala Harris do a live stream. How many of you guys want to see Kamala Harris do a live stream? An unscripted live stream for hours. They talked for hours. They had a conversation, which I'll go over here in a minute. And then Harris declines a Time magazine as she continues. She declines Time magazine interview as she continues to avoid the press. This just came out. Kamala Harris declines Time magazine interview as she continues to avoid the press. Harris has not given an interview or held a formal press conference since becoming the Democratic nominee. Let's jump into this. What is this? I don't want to jump into that. Let's see. Let's see what it is.
All-American definition of a man from middle America. High school teacher, football coach.
He has this folksy, personal, informal vibe that has really appealed to a lot of Democrats.
They're totally approachable. You get the feeling that he's got plenty of neighbors that wear MAGA hats, and he picks up their paper and brings it to their front door, and they're his friends.
You know who this is, guys? You know who that is?
Democratic vice presidential nominee Tim Walz is trending on social media as Tampon Tim.
And calling him, explain this one to me. Tampon Tim?
And I'm going to say this out loud. Republicans are calling him Tampon Tim.
Republicans on social media referring to him as Tampon Tim.
So Tampon Tim.
Online, the trending thing is Tampon Tim or something like that.
But here's the big one. If you haven't heard, it's called Tampon Tim. And that's kind of going very viral here.
Walz has an ability to be, I know one person said cuddly.
Well, much of the media delivering a glowing assessment of Vice President Harris's running mate, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz. Harris announcing her VP pick Monday after weeks of speculation. Time now for our Sunday group to break it down. Axios politics reporter Steph Kites. Matthew Continetti, fellow at the American Enterprise.
I thought this was going to be about her avoiding the press. We don't need to watch that. We already covered it. Let's jump out of here. But I got to share my promo with you guys, Tampon Teasy. So let's jump into this article here. Kamala Harris declines Time magazine after talking all that mess on X. Kamala Harris declines Time magazine interview as she continues to avoid the press. Kamala Harris vice president team declines an interview with Time as it continues to deny media access, according to the magazine glowing cover about her rise to the top of the Democratic ticket. Harris has gone 22 days as of Monday without holding a formal press conference or a sit-down interview since emerging as the Democratic nominee. After President Biden announced he had dropped out of the race, both Biden and former President Trump sat down for lengthy interviews with Time magazine as candidates for president. The Monday covered story briefly noted Harris refused to sit down for an interview for a highly favorable story. Harris has yet to do a single substantive interview or explain her policy shifts. Here's the cover. Here's the cover. The magazine quoted several Democratic allies offering high praise for Harris, including Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg, who said, to consolidate the Democratic Party in the matter of hours, to do as many visible events and establish that presence without putting a foot wrong is a feat. Blah, blah, blah. She's avoiding press. Avoiding it. It's crazy. What do you guys think about her? Hayden Harris. Hayden Harris. Let me show you this footage here. This was footage right after or right before. So Donald Trump and Elon Musk X space has concluded with two speaking to each other for over 2 hours. 2 hours. Elon Musk had over 1 million listeners live during the entire space. Trump posted on X for the first time today. For the first time since August 24th, 2023, Trump's account received over 2 million impressions today. Elon and European Commissioner Thierry Breton, who wanted to censor the Trump space, to F your own face. That's what Elon told. Elon told European Commissioner Thierry Breton, who wanted to censor Trump, he said, F your own face. Legendary. Do I have? Oh, this is what Elon said. This is what he said to the This is shortly after it concluded. Here we go.
If we could just record that conversation and post it, it would have been excellent. And I hope we can have something like that today.
Well, I think we will. I'm pretty sure we will. And congratulations, because I see you broke every record in the book with so many millions of people. And it's an honor. We view that as an honor. And
yes, if we could just record that conversation.
It was fantastic. If you haven't caught that interview, I'll place a link for it down in the description below. You can go ahead and there is a timestamp. There is a timestamp on it. You can check it out. I believe it starts at 56:27. I believe it does. So I'm going to jump into some highlights of Donald Trump and Elon Musk live on X. So like I said earlier, I got some notes here. Like I said earlier, the interview between Elon Musk and Donald Trump faced significant delay of about 42 minutes before it started. This delay was attributed to the DDoS attack, which overwhelmed the streaming platform's bandwidth and hindered the initial broadcast. Once technical issues were resolved, the interview proceeded. Trump went on to talk about his resilience after the assassination attempt, Trump described his experience with the assassination attempt he survived, portraying it as a testament to his resilience and strength. He expressed that witnesses at the attack and his subsequent defiant stance to fight served as motivational and reinforcement for him. This event contributed to his belief in miracles and a heightened faith in God. Facts. It was an absolute miracle. It was an absolute miracle by the grace of God. They went on to talk about border and immigration. The discussion centered around immigration policies, with Trump criticizing the current state of border control and suggests that many illegal immigrants who he described as potentially dangerous are entering the United States, not from Mexico. They're not Mexican. Are entering the United States without adequate vetting. Musk went on to say he supported legal immigration, but emphasized the need for thorough vetting process to prevent potential security risks. They went on to talk about IRS funding, the IRS in general. Trump expressed concerns about the Biden administration's plan to expand IRS by hiring 88,000 new agents, which he suggests might be used to target ordinary citizens unfairly. Musk proposed that deregulation could lead to better infrastructure development and efficiency, implying that overregulation hinders progress and economic growth. They talked about nuclear threats. Both Elon and Trump discussed global nuclear threats, emphasizing that the dangers of nuclear conflict. Trump highlighted the risks posed by countries like Iran, which he accused of potentially planning aggressive attacks against Israel. Musk added that nuclear weapons remain a significant threat and that we should be vigilant about nuclear conflict. Next topic is environmental issues. Musk and Trump debated environmental issues. They talked about environmental issues, focusing on carbon emissions and energy sources. Musk advocated for the reduction of carbon emissions and increase the use of renewable energy sources to combat climate change. In contrast, Trump questioned the efficiency of certain environmental regulations and criticized the focus on fossil fuels, arguing that energy policies should balance environmental concerns with particular energy needs. California politics. He talked about Gavin Newsom. Trump criticized California's political leadership, Kamala Harris, Gavin Newsom, for handling state issues. He argued that Harris's policies have negatively impacted the state, including its response to issues like education and immigration. Trump critiqued included claims about Harris's role in undermining state and national interests. Education. Trump proposed significant changes to the U.S. education system, suggesting that control should be shifted from the federal government to individual states, and advocating for closure of the Department of Education, arguing that states could manage education more effectively and that higher spend per pupil has not necessarily translated to better education systems. FDA and drug approval. This is the next topic. Trump criticized the FDA for its slow process in approving new drugs and treatments. He highlighted his support and the bill of the right to try law, which allows terminally ill patients to access experimental treatments not yet approved by the FDA. Trump believed this approach provided crucial opportunity for patients to explore potential life-changing treatment. Political criticism. The interview included various criticisms of the current administration, particularly regarding immigration and inflation. Trump argued that the Biden administration policies have exacerbated issues like immigration and inflation. He also contrasted his own policies with those of the current administration, suggesting his approach is more effective in addressing these issues. What do you guys think? If you haven't watched the video, I'll place the description of the video down below. The Kamala Harris thing, where I'm going to put this back up. This thing right here, where they're asking people to donate, blows my mind. Blows my mind. Where'd it go? Oof. Look at this. Kamala Harris, current vice president, she's in power now. She is responsible for inflation, the border, 88,000 missing migrant kids, housing costs, wars, etc. But now she wants you to think that she's an outsider who can fix problems that she created. Gaslit, baby. Where did this thing go? Oh, here it is. This right here is mind-blowing to me. Right now, Elon Musk is interviewing Donald Trump live on Twitter. We're not calling it X. We already read this, but for those that are just joining, it's not enough that Musk has pledged to donate millions of dollars to help re-elect Trump. He's using his purchase platform, one of the largest social media sites in the world, to spread Donald Trump's unhinged and hateful agenda to millions of users. If that's all you need to hear, chip in $25 now to help Kamala Harris and Tampon TZ to have resources to respond to their lies. Otherwise, let us remind you why this is a big deal. The richest person in the world is a lackey for Team MAGA. Musk already ruined Twitter by allowing hate speech and disinformation to flood the platform. Now Musk is using his vast fortune and broad reach to try to control our democracy. Mind-blowing. They're losing it. They are losing it. Drop your comments. What do you think about this? It's bananas. Bananas. Drop your comments down below. Let me know what you're thinking about this whole situation. If you haven't watched the interview, link is in the description below. Check it out. Listen for yourself. Hit the like and subscribe button. And as always, guys,